my hair. My hair is, so you say rain is good and dolphins. Can you say rain is good for fish, crab, crocodile. Our school looks like a rich school. We have extensive facilities. We have 2 tennis courts, a football field, 3 swimming pools. We have a skate park, everything you can dream of. Some people don't understand. I mean, the Khmer are very fascinated with that. They are quite happy. But Western people, sometimes they don't understand. They think, why all this? Is it really necessary? In Cambodia, there is no such thing as a leisure center for the children. Only children of the rich could enjoy all those sport activities. Poor children roam the streets. So all this leads to activities like drugs and so. I would like to offer them other opportunities. Those facilities will be open free of charge to children in the area. We need to have something to show that, we can be proud of the present as well. Not of, a mall or something like that, but a cultural, an educational institution that doesn't look like a factory. Why do the best schools in the West have all those facilities? Are they just for showing off? No, it is because they serve a purpose. Children blossom when they are in a beautiful environment that offers them everything they need. I want my school to offer everything that a good Western school has. So it will be a school comparable to any schools in the West. Well, it was somewhere here in this area that I grew up. There was no buildings like this. It was just houses, wooden houses on stilts. So we lived here, and my parents had a small business on the street, on the pavement, like these people. My father had a bicycle repair kit, and my mother had a coffee stall. My mother was very traditional. Girls don't play in the street, girls don't do this, and girls don't do that. So what did I do? I ended up spending time under the bed. That was my retreat, reading all the time. It served me well. My parents were very poor then, but, it was a credit to them. They sent us all to school, and they managed always to give us pocket money. I saved money in a piggy bank all the time, and I was very aware since an early age of how hard our life was. I knew that we couldn't afford tailoring or anything, so I wanted to try myself, my skill. And of course, I couldn't buy, for example, materials. What did I do? I just took my mother's scarf and I cut them into pieces, trying to make a blouse for myself and so on, and it was a disaster. That's to give you an idea of how poor we were. But, as I say, my parents were quite forward-minded, and they managed to send us all to school. When it came to school, I was always, happy, and I hated holidays. I went to a very good school. It was a government school, so I went to the same school as children of powerful officials, of royalties, and so on. And because I did well, I moved to the secondary school. And in the second year of my secondary school, I got a scholarship, so I went to live in boarding school. Then I had to choose a subject to go to university. I had to make a decision. And I really was good in science, biology, and so on, and I wanted to be a doctor. But there was no way I could do that because it would be a 7-year study, and I couldn't really let my parents go on working like that. So I decided to go into teaching. It was also a good decision because I got a scholarship with the French government for a postgraduate study in France. I left in 1972, just after the war started in Cambodia. I was meant to come back in 1975, but it was not meant to be because the Khmer Rouge came in April. That's what saved me in the end, because, had I come back, I don't know, I might be one of those people, ending up in S21. We heard from people and from the media that Cambodia had massacred its citizens. There was starvation going on. I thought it was an American propaganda, anti-communist propaganda, and so on. So we refused somehow to believe those rumors. But then one day we were invited to go and visit a refugee family. They told us horror stories about how they escaped from the Khmer Rouge. In Cambodia, when I was young, I still remember everybody, every day, every night, they would gather and then they would talk about Buddha's prediction or Put's prediction. And in Put's prediction, it was said that one day Cambodia would be bathed in a sea of bloodshed. But they said one day Seametrey Buddha would come to save Cambodia. wheels of history started in 1969, and it was linked to the geopolitical situation of the time with the war in Vietnam and so on. Cambodia was supposed to be a neutral country, but Sihanouk sided with the communist Vietnamese. The Americans had an excuse to come into Cambodia and bomb our villages. And at the same time, the economic situation deteriorated. Sihanouk refused the U.S. aid. So at the end, in 1969, the situation was really dramatic. Sihanouk set up a new government headed by Lon Nol.
Cả một lúc nó nhóm ở đây thư mê thốn là miền ấy thì bạn còn tha bê năng nhà ná có đăng đã plau cho ta tí krong kịch mà ngài dân plau trong cha mò mình ngọt bị lơ lộ đọc cổng bởi chơi cà rô nâu nó krong gặp bà họ bánh nó krong tầm lẹ hoặc bài chân krong ở mình đang sạp sừng kriêm cứ mình sầm bài thay bọt bè con trao chân cho cá khơi một khi bật đôi nghĩ đang cho cá ngọt từ của miền bị plau khăn hay được chứ này thơ thông văn mán của ọt bài đó là bộ châu máu hạt tà về tà nia chiêng ăn lông nol lông tiệt chùm món lông nol lông tiệt.
At that time, the good people were more or less Khmer Rouge or Khmer Rouge sympathizer. We simply wanted a corruption-free society and we believed in them.
Chanh ca chanh buôn mà ngài đồng bờ mê xa màu bụng bờ bật rụt cỏ châu bên tí krong à ca bê ca nó kiếm chập làm chữ bùa thơ bẹt của bột châu bia sẽ thả ao chanh tí krong bay ngay của ấy Americ nâng từng đại bà họ cho màu hay mình nẹp lưu xôn chấn con nóm như rụt đọc bét rụt đài và đây nhầm chung gặp lưng thọ tê là ai muốn nâng tập chạc muốn nâng rút thử và cả con ao tập bồn nhầm sẵn tập bồn chữ bố hay vô chất miền việc chất cao đây là chuối phong bầm chuối nhầm ọt ao ai cháy nhầm chung gặp lưng này nhầm ọt thời ai ta còn nói chuối và cả con ao tập bồn nhầm sẵn đọc cả bàn hay mịch tật bàn phải pi máu cuộc chọc với con nặng má ba vì hay nhóm của chọc đá máu là hồ tất đo bàn bầu.
There are two aspects why they did this and why they were able to do this. Why they did this, in my opinion, and this is totally my own opinion, right? It's not, in history books or anything. I think Cambodian people has experienced a lot of humiliation during their history. And the fact that we were an empire didn't help. That left a lot of humiliation and resentment when we lost this power. And I think that caused a design to have a revenge on history. You know, it's better to blame other people than oneself. We blamed the Thai, we blamed the Vietnamese, we blamed the French. We blame everybody but ourselves. And the Khmer Rouge, they use vocabulary like going back to the glorious Angkor time. At that time, we didn't have machineries, we didn't have bulldozer, cranes, tractors, but we still built the Angkor temples. No one else could do that at that time, and we could. So everything they did it to connect to the past. It's not only that. Nobody in the world could achieve this utopia to have a perfect communist country. The Chinese failed. The Soviet failed. We are going to succeed where everybody else failed. We are going to have a perfect communist country.
សង់រោងពកស្លឹកហ្នឹងហើយនៅនឹងដល់បាន2យប់ថ្ងៃប្រហែលជាម៉ោង3ថ្ងៃទី20កូនព្រោះកាលហ្នឹងមាននាឡិកាដល់មើលទៅដឹងថ្ងៃ23ពេលម៉ោង3ហ្នឹងផ្នែកខំវាមកគេថាណាឥឡូវឈ្មោះឈឹមអឿនទៅធ្វើការនៅក្រៅភូមិអត់ឲ្យយកពុនកូនទៅឯងឪពុកក្មេកខ្ញុំយំហួយថាតែយកទៅអញ្ចឹងច្បាស់ជាសម្លាប់ចោលហើយអត់មានទុកទេឲ្យទៅហៅធ្វើការគឺអញ្ចឹងហើយប៉ាវាសឹកប្រាប់ខ្ញុំថាកុំឲ្យខ្ញុំយំអីតែយំយ៉ាត់គេសម្លាប់ដូច្នេះឲ្យទៅតាមសម្រួលទៅដល់ទៅបាន2ម៉ោងសូផាំងនឹងពុកមិនបាត់ទៅយំខ្លាំងហើយពេលអ្នកភូមិនោះគេស្រឡាញ់គេមកថាកូនតឯងនោះគេបាច់នៅកូនភូមិចាចឹងហើយនាំអ្នកហ៊ានយំខ្លាចគេថាកុំយំតែយំយ៉ាត់ពោជើទៅទៀតនាំអ្នកយំឯងដល់តាំងពីវាយកប្តីរាប់ចោលហើយវាតែប្រពន្ធនឹងធ្វើការឲ្យវាបើឥឡូវមានកូនទូចទៅហែកទឹកសួរចំណាំក្នុងមួយថ្ងៃឲ្យបាន100រែកហើយធំហើយនិយាយរួមពីតូចដល់ធំនៅពេញហ្នឹងមិនសូវជារែកទឹកទេព្រោះទឹកម៉ាស៊ីនមានស្រាប់រែកមួយថ្ងៃឲ្យគ្រប់ចំនួនព្រឹក50ល្ងាច50សួរចំណាំនៅលើហ្នឹងហើមអស់ឲ្យស្មាពេលស៊ីអង្គមកកំប៉ុង30នាក់មានតែទឹកទេអត់មានអង្គស៊ីទេហើយកូនខ្ញុំយកមកខ្ញុំចម្រាច់ចូលថាកាឲ្យកូន2នាក់នឹងស៊ីហើយខ្ញុំខ្លួនឯងគ្នាទឹកដោះហើយកាលហ្នឹងកោទៅបបរដាក់ស្ករឲ្យកូនហូបមានម៉ាស៊ីពេចហ្នឹងហើយស្អែកខ្ញុំរែកដីពូកែខ្ញុំដល់កូនបានធំតិចបានមួយឆ្នាំមកគូអីទៅខ្ញុំហែកដីផ្កាយលេខ1គេឲ្យលេខផ្កាយព្រោះគេថានាងប្តីគេយកទៅវាយអញ្ចឹងតែមិនខំធ្វើការគេយកទៅសម្លាប់ចោលហើយខ្ញុំនឹកអាណិតកូនចាខំធ្វើការទៅតែអត់ឈប់ណាក៏ផ្សោខ្ញុំថាខ្ញុំផ្កាយដែរខ្ញុំធ្វើការទៅហើយឯងអត់ដឹងធ្ងន់ទេនឹកឃើញថាឲ្យតែកូនរស់គេចេះសឹកប្រាប់ទាំងខ្វាយគេគឺខ្ញុំដែរគេយកប្តីទៅហើយដឹងថាវាយំ4-5ថ្ងៃបាត់ខ្លួនគេថាគេយកទៅសម្រាប់ចោលហ្នឹងគេខ្ជិលធ្វើការងារគេថាដាក់ក៏មិនចំណេញដកក៏មិនខានដូច្នេះគេយកទៅវាយចោលហើយដូច្នេះខ្ញុំមានស្មារតីមួយគឺផឹកបែងធ្វើការអត់អន់វាស្អប់ខ្ញុំធ្វើការនេះ ដូចតាំងរបៀបដូចផ្នែកក្រមទៀតដែរភូមិណាអ្នកណានៅភូមិណាទៅភូមិនឹងទៅដាក់មីក្រូអញ្ចឹងណានឹកឃើញថាទៀតដែរ អានេះឲ្យភូមិណាទៅភូមិណាដូច្នេះលែងនៅស្រុកស្រែទៅនៅពេញគំនិតថាចង់ទៅនៅផ្ទះពេញខ្លួនឯងវិញដូចថាមានដូចថាមកពុបដូចហួចយើងហួចចេញពីគុកយ៉ាងហ្នឹងគុកអត់ចិញ្ចាំងយើងរួចជាសบายចិត្តដែរហើយកូនអត់ខ្លាចហត់ទេហើយទៅពេញពីតកៅនឹងខេតទៅដើមពេញហើយទៅចេញពីពេញមកដល់28 24ថ្ងៃដល់ត្រឡប់ទៅវិញដើរឆែកផងតែ3ថ្ងៃទៅមកដល់ពេញ
You know, when we came to Cambodia, well, for me, I knew I had no more family, but my husband was not the same. His family was from Kampong Cham, and he heard from time to time from Kamsan, who was his cousin and with whom he lived when he was a young boy and a teenager. And from time to time, she came to see us. And one day, when my husband was ill and diagnosed with cancer, I phoned her. I said, Ken was diagnosed with lung cancer. And as soon as she heard that, she took the bus to come to Phnom Penh, woke up at 3 a.m., and by 3 p.m., she was here. When my husband died, I wanted to, show my gratitude. So I asked her whether she wanted to give an education to her grandchildren, who was born of the mother she delivered on the day the Khmer Rouge came to power. So that little girl grew up to become a mother, and she had 2 children, Samrat and Sripik. And I said, there is no future for them. If you want to give them a future, come to Phnom Penh. When she came, I didn't have a role for her or anything, but then she was very active. She helped wherever needed without me prompting her or asking her anything. So she cleaned, she washed, she helped with the children at the nursery and so on. She helped at the gate, greeting parents. So little by little, her role grew. I consider her like the school mother because, like a mother, she looked after everybody, did everything. And although she was old, she was very active and never complained. Each time I asked her, are you all right? Is it too hard for you? If you are hard, you have to rest and so. She always told me, after what I lived through in the Khmer Rouge, nothing is hard for me anyway.
ខ្ញុំគិតថាជីវិតខ្ញុំហ្នឹងវាចិត្ត2ចិត្ត3វាចុងក្រោយហើយបានគាត់ថាអ្វីដែលបានមានប្រយោជន៍ខ្ញុំតែធ្វើរហូតដល់ពេលចុងក្រោយដូច្នេះចង់ថារស់នៅអ្វីដែលមានប្រយោជន៍កុំឲ្យអត់ប្រយោជន៍ខ្ញុំធ្វើតែដូច្នេះកម្លាំងខ្ញុំនៅមមរឹងមាំធ្វើបានខ្ញុំធ្វើរហូតដល់ពេលណាដែលខ្ញុំថាខ្ញុំធ្វើលេងកើតនឹងបានខ្ញុំសុំឈប់ឥឡូវខ្ញុំនៅមានកម្លាំងពេញធ្វើការជួយមីងហើយណាមួយចៅខ្ញុំ6 7ឆ្នាំមីងចាំរហូតទាំងចៅទាំងយាយនោះគឺកម្លាំងចិត្តនោះវាអស្ចារ្យវាដូចថានឹកគុណមីងអត់ភ្លេចត្រូវតែដូចថាមានគំនិតមួយថាជួយមីងរហូតដល់ថ្ងៃស្លាប់
So Yukin House, Yukin was my husband's name. He designed the house and supervised the building and so on. The house was built to be a school. So we started to have primary classes in the building here where the guest rooms are. But they were not really designed to be classrooms because they were quite small. Then the house next door became vacant, and I thought it was a golden opportunity to have a school just next door. we decided to rent the house. From the beginning, I thought we could convert the school into a guest house. There is a huge task. There are so many organizations in need, so many poor people, so many disadvantaged youth. It's overwhelming. So big organizations, they need to make a choice. And when they choose to help, they choose to help the most vulnerable, of course. They do help for their own image. It looks better when they advertise to say that, well, they do work for street children, prostitutes, drug addicts. It will look much better, and it will be also easier to raise funds. So people are more, they say, ready to help people survive rather than to help people thrive. And it's understandable, but for us, I want to move beyond that. I want to show that we are just a normal country that would like, to move beyond the past and build a sustainable future.
Okay.
When I came back to Cambodia in 2003, we found this land with the help of a friend in Tunibati. My husband and I wanted to build a housing compound there where people could live in a sustainable way. But then he died in 2009. I buried him on the plot to stop myself from selling it one day. Then, when we had the notice from the landlord in Phnom Penh and we had to look for a new location, I took the plunge. I said, okay, I have a large plot of land there, why not use it? So I decided we would move the school there. Everybody thought I was mad. Who would follow me to 30 kilometers outside Phnom Penh? And it was true, but I said, well, I'm ready to start from scratch again, and I could work just for the children in the village. I will have a village school, and that's it. I think everybody wants a meaningful life, a purposeful life. It's the purpose that makes life meaningful. And my purpose is to build a school where in 40 years' time, 30 years' time, we will see a leader with vision. And why do I want this? Because I think all the eras of every country comes from a bad leader. If I want change, I need to do a deep work educating not only children but mass education as well. So how we go about this? I think if we want to change Cambodia, we need to change the Cambodian mentality and mindset. It means then focusing not only on academic excellence but also on moral education as well. Cambodian people are very human, but I think the policy of the last decades have really made them, turn them into people who despair, who have no hope. We need to instill in them hope in the future, trust, self-confidence, and self-esteem. And I think we can achieve all this with the help of our donors, contributors, volunteers who come from all over the world.
Nhưng chưa chạy ra là có bao giờ lại dương cứ mình chả nó hay cái chỗ chặt màu nhưng lưu tam tập xa vậy vẫn á cái uột mò nó cái tha xả nó con cái tôm châu mà tật vì trong màu xả à dùng ăn mình dễ vì chúng phần nào vì tất cả vì trong màu xả hay về bài màu hay kê mình làm ra thà châu riêng cá lên thang ngà khai đậm môi bây trong ở con cái riêng đa xa cái cứ mình bỏ té hay là ní con cái vềก็เลยตัวเลี้ยทมหดเลี้ยสบายไปเก็บเมาตัวโกงน้ำน้ำแล้วก็จะสบทรายไปใช้ยังสบายจะได้บ้านสลาทมจ้างอมเงินละกันนี่มือเรียนทิ้งเก็บทิ้งอ่ะอ๋อมาจะไปเก็บมาจะไปเก็บ
Whenever I'm here and look at our school, I feel rejuvenated. I imagine the future, the endless possibilities. For me, anything is possible with hard work and determination. I may not see it in my lifetime, but I know that one day there will be a prosperous Cambodia, a proud Cambodia, a country that values people, respects everyone, and champions human rights and dignity. A Cambodia that is proud of its roots, that has learned from its tragic history. A country built through education and principles of freedom in every sense of the word. Civilization in a sharing and caring manner. And last, but not least, love for everyone. I know we can achieve this. This is my dream for my country. Together, we have risen from ashes. Together, we will soar to the sky.
Huh? No, it's fine. It's wrong. Okay, just do it again.
Okay.
No worries, you have plenty of tries.
Chia